Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with another day in the life and the crazy life that is cryptocurrency. What is going on, guys? Hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to shoot a really quick video on a couple three topics, if you will. The first one is, I gotta say, what in the world? JPM coin? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jamie Dimon, I tell you what, this dude is, he's got some good gonads, right? Wow. JPM coin. Wow. Like, are you guys buying this? Are you buying it? You know, it's funny. I listened to the Digital Asset Investor earlier this morning, and this dude, like, I respect this guy big time, but he was high on this whole JP Morgan thing, this JPM coin thing, and I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I am a little bit more along the lines of what CKJ Crypto News said this morning, in that, if anything, this JPM coin is an insult. Like, it's insulting. Like, it's poking fun at blockchain technology and DLT. If anything, it's that. Now, there's this, this 1 in 1 million, 1 in a million chance that it's, what's the word? That there's some sincerity into it, or like the digital asset said, that he thought that eventually, this is going to be something that's going to eventually get on the ILP, and eventually it will be settled with XRP. Banks every bank kind of doing their own coin, and and because JP Morgan has trillions of dollars that they have to settle a day, that eventually, that if in fact they are using DLT, if in fact they will do something on a ledger, a DLT type ledger, that will eventually be on ILP, and which is going to use the XRP for settlement, then maybe, then yes, obviously that's a great thing. But I think that's slim. I think it's slim. I think that JP Morgan is one of the banks that's going out. They know they're going down, and they want to go down kicking and screaming. I think they hate the idea of Bitcoin and digital assets. They may, quote unquote, have an affinity for blockchain technology, but the whole digital asset space and the transparency of it all, let's not forget, that these guys, got busted doing what they did, market manipulation with silver. Let's not forget that's the same JP Morgan. I believe it was JP Morgan that did that. Let's not forget that we're talking about those dudes. So I'm not sure. What do you guys, do me a favor, leave a comment. What do you guys think about this whole JPM coin? Again, I listened to another YouTuber this morning, Data Dash, very smart guy. He said the coin is not even a digital asset. It's not even a cryptocurrency. And he said, if anything, listen, he said, the banks, trust me when I say this, the banks are not interested. They're not in favor of digital assets. We all know that. It's like the large banks is what he means. It's the large banks. Remember, the middle banks, small banks, they got to go get their money from the big banks, right? So he's talking about the large banks like a JP Morgan. They're not really in favor of digital assets. He said, don't get hyped up about this. It's just hype. Just, if anything, the JPM coin may solve some of the inefficiencies, or he said at least they are recognizing that there are some inefficiencies in that system from however 30-40 years ago, and perhaps JPM coin is trying to address some of those inefficiencies. But for me as a whole, I'm not buying anything about JPM coin, not a single thing. I kind of lean more towards CKJ, and I think it's sort of like poking fun. CKJ Crypto News, I think it's kind of, if anything, is really poking fun at this space. I don't think they're serious about this space at all. I think if anything, they're mad about it, and they know that they're going to have to, that this is our time, and they're going to have to come on board, or they're going to go away. And that's the kind of banks we need, kind of going away. People doing things like that they did to the silver market. But in any case, what are your thoughts on that? I'd love to hear those in the comments. The other thing is, what is the deal with this Cory Johnson? A lot of different opinions kind of going around about that. The fact that the role of that job got eliminated, thus he had to go. I don't know. For me, I think that I was listening to backup Brad Kimes, and I kind of agree more kind of with his thinking. Something massive is, because they're saying a change in the market condition. What market condition has changed? We're still in a bear market. We still don't have, as far as we know, regulatory certainty. So what's the market change? I mean, it could be either one of two things. It's that Cory Johnson has done this job well, extremely well, and is helped to separate XRP from Ripple, and has got the word out to the powers that be that it is not a security, and it can do its own thing on its own. He's done his job kind of getting it out. But my thing about it is, I agree wholeheartedly with backup Brad Kimes in that, 200 people on a Ripple net is cool. But, this company's, it's not very old. It's a young company. 5-6 years old, something along those lines, 6 years old. So, the idea of going out and getting partners and expanding, I'm not sure. Is that done? Is that done? So it you know what I mean? It's a young company. And so, it could be three things. It could be, number one, there's something going on behind closed doors that they're aware of that we are not, like regulatory certainty, or the IMF and the World Bank has said, yep, XRP is the one. Because I just think it's, or the third one, I'll expand on the second one a little bit, but, or the third one is that, shoot, I forgot now. So I had three of them. It was, number one, was they know something that we don't know, right, in regards to regulatory certainty with the SEC, or two, number two is the World Bank and IMF is like, yep, XRP is the one, we're going to take it. Or it's three, that he did do something that kind of upset them, and they just, they kicked him to the curb. I read a comment in someone's, I think it was Brad Kimes' comments, that says something about that the phrase that they use and the way they use it is very common in the corporate world, to say that he kind of screwed up and they had to move on without him. I personally, and who knows, I personally think it's number two. The IMF and the World Bank has said, yep, XRP is the one, and we all know it's coming. The reset, or whatever that is, and it's going to be XRP. It's going to be the currency. It's going to be the world reserve, whatever. Who knows? Whatever they decide it's going to be, it's going to be that. One world. The world reserve currency. Somehow putting that basket with the SDR. The whole one world currency idea. Whatever. IMF, I know, is big on Ripple. Like, for me, there's a reason why there are common phrases like New World Order and Ripple being used all the time by the IMF, and now and also as of late, the CFTC. CKJ Crypto News covered something, and I meant to go back to that video and see if he had left the link in the description, but he said the CFTC had mentioned Ripple a couple times as well. Like, look, like, there's got to be a reason why isn't the IMF saying Ethereum? Why isn't the IMF saying Cardano? Why isn't the IMF not saying EOS? Like, the IMF is not CNBC. Right? The IMF is not Kramer. you know, Christian Lagarde, we're talking about the IMF. Why is Ripple always coming up out of their mouths? Why are they always coming out of her? Why is Ripple always coming out of her mouth? Like, to me, there has got to be a reason for that. And it's like she's saying, hello, I'm trying to tell you, average Joe, average Jane, retail investor. Hello, I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's what it feels like to me. Like, it really does. I mean, the you know, you see Ripple on all these, you know, and I believe, again, like I said, the executive order mentioned Ripple. You know, the faster payments task force, and the FSOC, which is, what does FSOC stand for? Right? Financial Steering Oversight Committee. You know, why is the Ripple constantly being used? Like, why is the name right? To me, it's number 2, in that the reason why Cory Johnson, you know, the role is more appropriate, I think, is that the role of strategic market, you know, whatever, strategic marketing, strategic something, whatever that role was that he had, why that role was eliminated, because it's no longer necessary. And why is it no longer necessary? In my opinion, is because the IMF and the World Bank are like, yep, XRP is the one. It's inevitable about, you know, the stock market crash, and, you know, that the global reset is inevitable. They got to have something that they're going to use, and it's going to be XRP. And I believe 100%, just like the people from SPQR Media said, they want us to get retail investors to get rid of our XRP so they can snatch it up for whatever they're going to do with it. I believe that 100%. I read in a comment somewhere in someone's video that they said the market is not going to, XRP is not going to get to the price that we would like it to get. I mean, massive price. Now, they might do $50, they might do $100, they might do, who knows, $500. But the price that it can be potentially is not going to get there until they can get all the XRP from, you know, retail investors. I believe that 100%, because I think, and I did a video about this, I believe 80% of XRP holders are going to be out of XRP. If XRP goes to $500, 80% out. Right? Because it's money that we have never, ever, probably have never, ever seen before. The vast majority. Right? I mean, vast majority. And I think the key, and I think this is very, very important. That's why I really like the videos that SPQR Media has been doing lately. They said something I thought was very, very profound. Look, there's a chance for generational money here with XRP. Right? And you have to kind of but you got to do it wisely. You got to do things wisely. And I think what's going on is, you know, I think a lot of people thinking if they get a 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, they're good. But remember, again, that 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil is in US dollars. So you're not good. And when we're talking about the negative interest rates, you know, we're talking about if you put $1 mil in, you might get 990,000. You know what I mean? You're going to lose 2, 3, 4% of it each year. You keep it in there, probably. So you see what I'm saying? It's better to have the XRP, and I think that's what's going to happen. Honestly, I think those who have the XRP are going to be, just like Sam I Am for the Lifeboat said, those are going to be the ones. I really believe, interesting how that's coming to fruition with Sam I Am and to the Lifeboats. But I think that's going to be the case, guys. But anyway, I just wanted to shoot this video, quick video. I gotta hop in here and pick up some bubbly and take it home and have a nice dinner with my girlfriend and mom, her mom. So yeah, so guys, tell me, what do you think about that? Do you think it's number 2? Do you think that the reason for the elimination of that role is the fact that the IMF and the World Bank have like, yep, XRP is the one. What do you guys think about that? I'd love to hear this in the comments, what you think about the reason for the roll being eliminated. And also, I just, think about this, guys. Think about this. XRP, yep, cash out a percentage. In my opinion, it's a little bit of debt and a lot of fun, if you will. A little bit of debt, a lot of fun, but the vast majority for us is long term. We believe that XRP is the one, and it's going to be a generational type thing. And I hope you guys have a chance to watch my video. What 10,000 XRP? Why not? If you haven't, go check that video out. And that's because that's what I believe is possible. I'm not making any price prediction with that, but that's what I believe is possible, and that is, that's kind of what we're looking forward to. Obviously, there's going to be a few little cash out points. Again, a little bit of debt, a little bit of fun. But for me, a lot of that is going to be cash. Like a new car, yep, cash. A new this, yep, cash. Pay off debt, 100% pay it off, because I think the dollar is going to be, it's going to go to zero, and it's not going to be worth much. That's my humble opinion. Anyway, guys, listen, don't forget, what I say, right? Never ever forget this. Old money doesn't want you to win. Old money doesn't want you or I to win. They want us to remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. We're in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? XRP holders, we're in good shape. Trust me when I say that. I believe that 100%. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. Right? They don't want us to win. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sideline, guys? Here's what I do know. The battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. We'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.